Road rage is a common issue among many drivers. I can be added to the long list of drivers who experience this. Most of the time, road rage is caused by traffic congestion. I live close to Maryland Route 97, a state highway in the U.S. state of Maryland, which runs from U.S. Route 29 in Silver Spring, Montgomery County, north to the Pennsylvania border in Carroll County. It is almost always congested, especially during rush hour. I believe we all can agree that aggression in drivers are not a good combination. There have been multiple accidents and deaths due to traffic congestion, merging, and speeding. Such accidents make headlines on major news outlets frequently. Headlines such as "Man Dead, Another Injured After Five-Vehicle Crash on Route 97 in Carroll County." This has become a major concern for those who use Maryland Route 97 to commute. According to the SWOV Institute for Road Safety Research, once traffic is congested, speed in the queue is low, and as a result, fewer crashes are expected to occur within the queue. On the other hand, traffic that approaches the queue might be surprised by the queue, and therefore, more severe rear-end crashes are to be expected at the tail of the queue. Although congestion may lead to less crashes, the chance of rear-ending rises. There have been many fatal incidents within Maryland Route 97 due to rear-end collisions. There have also been 24 accidents on Maryland Route 97 reported in just the past 6 days, referring back to April 24th, 2020. In order to put this tragic pattern to an end, we must assess who is responsible for this problem. Traffic congestion can be blamed on our government and citizens. By far the greatest proportion of the traffic growth has been cars, which now form 85% of all traffic on the road. However, citizens driving cars are not to blame as much as the government, since the government has more authority when it comes to legitimately implementing change. The deterioration in traffic conditions has been considerably worse than it could have and should have been, partly because of the inappropriate measures taken by the responsible authorities. There are also causal factors in the absence of governmental action, such as consistent roadwork and inevitable rush hour traffic. Maryland transportation officials could take into consideration the multiple accidents on Route 97 and its correlation to traffic congestion or speeding regarding commuters' concerns of backed up roads. Therefore, we must inform the government of an amenable cure to this ill. The government, along with Maryland transportation officials, should implement controls such as a ramp meter or ramp signal to assist with merging and congestion. Ramp meters are normally used at freeway on-ramps to manage the rate of vehicles merging onto the freeway. However, it could also work for an interstate. According to the Institute of Transportation Studies, freeway traffic management has been developing very rapidly in recent years. There are many strategies to manage the traffic on freeways. However, ramp metering is the most widely practiced strategy to control freeway traffic. If we meter the traffic, it will lower accident rates, congestion, and improve the overall safety of commuters. There will be many benefits if the government decides to implement this policy. The Virginia Transportation Research Council states, benefits attributed to ramp metering in the literature include increased freeway speeds, decreased travel times, reduced delays, increased freeway capacity, reduction in accidents, improved safety, congestion reduction, cost effectiveness, reduction in emissions and improved air quality, reduction in fuel consumption, improved fuel economy, and efficient use of capacity. Ramp meters with traffic response ramp control could not only help reduce accidents and allow safer and speedier travels for commuters, but it is also a greener way to go about traffic control. According to the Transportation Research Board, the changes in consumer surplus for each individual segment are summed to get a benefit from metering of 3,531 vehicle hours. The change in consumer surplus on ramps is found to be 639 vehicle hours. Auckland, New Zealand has a total of 91 ramp meters. Traffic data collected from 25 ramp metering sites from 2007 to 2009 shows an average of 25% improvement in both congestion duration and traffic speed, as well as an 8% increase in traffic throughout. The data also shows an average reduction in crashes of 22%. Ramp meters' positive correlation with consumer surplus, the traffic congestion will decrease tenfold. The benefits do not just stop there. There are specific ramp metering systems that will work even better than a normal ramp meter. For instance, system-wide adaptive ramp metering. System-wide adaptive ramp metering complements the policy of implementing traffic-responsive ramp control rather than pre-timed ramp control. According to Transportation Research Record, these higher metering rates under SWARM resulted in lower travel times on several major on-ramps, which indicates that the increase in freeway delay was traded for lower on-ramp delays. SWARM can contrast pre-timed metering control with traffic-responsive metering. According to the California PATH program, metering rates are selected on the basis of real-time measurements of traffic variables indicating the current relation between upstream and downstream capacity. This makes the metering system way more reliable. We all know traveling can be frustrating when your car is sitting still for 20 minutes at a time. The Journal of Transportation Engineering states travel, especially in congested and waiting situations, may cause individuals to accumulate anxiety and stress, and is in general deemed unpleasant. A reduction in travel time by itself may contribute positively to utility. Therefore, there is a value of time for both individuals and society as a whole. Ramp meters can lessen stress levels for our drivers, which will make them more inclined to drive safely. Now that we have gone over the benefits, we can look at the consequences of this policy. According to the California PATH program, the major disadvantage is that the system can neither respond automatically to significant changes in demand, nor adjust to unusual traffic conditions resulting from incidents. However, this is only for pre-timed ramp control. When it comes to Maryland Route 97, it is more efficient to implement traffic-responsive ramp control. If the government wants to implement the most effective ramp meter, they will consider SWARM. I am sure we are all thinking, this policy sounds great. However, is it feasible? The great aspect of ramp meters is that governments can reap their rewards. According to the Network Reliability of Transport, the annual benefits from reducing travel time variability with meters are estimated to be $33.1 million. Referring to New Zealand's implementation on ramp meters, estimated benefits of ramp meters shows $1.6 million per ramp metering site per year. Route 97 is used by many commuters, which makes this more advantageous and feasible as a cure. The Journal of Transportation Engineering also states, as more ramps are metered, an improvement in system equity at the price of efficiency should be observed. The scope of equity coordination can be easily adjusted in response to traffic growth and drivers' perception. This should be a motivation to implement more ramp meters to our state's highways. Since this policy is feasible and one where the government will reap rewards, why has it not been enacted? Well, ramp meters are mostly used on freeways. However, the United States have yet to put their faith in ramp meters like other countries have. Countries like New Zealand, Australia, Taiwan, Turkey, Italy, Japan, and the Netherlands, and so on. If we can prove to the government that ramp meters could just as easily work for interstates as well, then we could increase safety and decrease accidents throughout the entire United States. However, our priority is to focus on implementing ramp meters on Maryland Route 97. As discussed, we can prove that the costs and benefits are worth the work of ramp meter installation, which gives us an advantage when suggesting this policy.